Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I'm loving it. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I know this is a different type of video for me. But I am visiting the in-laws this weekend, and I pulled out the camera because I'm going to be trying out some new products. And the first thing that I have here is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. This is the collaboration between NYX and Alyssa. I can't think of her last name, but yeah, I have the shade Sienna, and I forgot to bring a foundation brush, so I'm gonna have to use a beauty sponge. And I prefer brushes when applying foundation, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. My face is already moisturized and primed. I think this is a pretty good color. I think this is a pretty good color match because I really guessed on the color. In the camera it is coming across a little bit, it looks like it's coming off a little bit greenish, or a little bit off on camera, but in person it looks really good. And mind you, the lighting in here is not that great, so I do apologize for that. I applied a little bit more. Girl, I'm kind of liking this. This side has foundation. This side has no foundation. So far it seems pretty matte, but not a drying matte. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm gonna have to do, I'm putting one more pump on my little palette here. That is one of the reasons I don't like using a beauty blender for foundation. I always feel like I have to use so much more foundation than I do when I use a foundation brush. Also, in my opinion, it applies faster with the brush than with a beauty sponge. So, but unfortunately I didn't bring a brush with me, so the sponge has to work. First impressions, I'm liking it. Next I have the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and this is in the shade Butterscotch. Let's give this a go. And can I tell you guys, I'm only putting this makeup on today for this video because I wanted to film today. I wanted to film something. Otherwise, I would not be putting on makeup. It is Saturday, and girl, nobody has time for all this. Okay, guys, just please forgive me for the lighting situation. But this is the concealer so far. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. It blends out effortlessly underneath my eyes. Oh my goodness, I really like this concealer. If you've been subscribed to me for a while, then you know that my favorite concealer is the NARS one. And I also really love the LA Girl concealer, but oh, we have ourselves a contender. One of my favorite YouTubers in the world is Emily Noel. And unless you've been hiding under a rock, you know that she recently collaborated with Makeup Revolution. I never purchased any of Makeup Revolution's products. I really just was never really interested in them. But when she put her name on this palette, girl, I rushed out and got it. And so this is the Wont palette, the eyeshadow palette. And she also has the Emily Edit palette, the Needs palette. But she did create a fall glam look using her the Wants palette, and I am going to attempt to recreate that look to see how it looks on me. I loved it on her, and of course she is Caucasian, fair skin, and I am an African American, deep skin, so it's going to be interesting to see how that look translates on my eyes. And of course, to me, she has the perfect eye shape for eyeshadow. I, on the other hand, have hooded eyelids, and so yes, I watched her tutorial. I wrote everything down that she used in the order used, and I'm going to attempt to recreate that look. Can I say, this mirror on this doggone palette is life. Look at this mirror is huge. Oh my goodness, come through, Emily Noel. Enough of that, let's get started with the eye look. The first thing that she used was the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, the anti-aging one, and she just put that all over her lids like so. I am definitely an eyeshadow primer girl. I have hooded lids and oily lids, so if I want my eyeshadows to have any type of staying power, I have to use an eyeshadow primer of some sort. Okay, the first color that she used in her fall glam look is this shade Heartbeat. And hey, let's do this. Okay. This color is definitely pigmented. Wasn't quite expecting it to be this pigmented, but okay. Hope the camera's picking it up. And even though the shade has a slight satin finish, it's doing very well in the crease. I think it's not too shimmery. It's not so satin to where, you know, it's looking weird or anything. Yeah. Okay. And then she just took a clean brush and blended out the edges. I love that even her dramatic looks are wearable. You know, she is a YouTuber that is really into real life makeup, you know, and I love that about her. I love the fact that she is really honest in her reviews, and I have been watching her forever. She is one of the first YouTubers that I became addicted to. Next, she used Oh Heavens on the brow bone. And I noticed that the order she applies her eyeshadows are a little bit different than how I do it. But, and again, this Oh Heavens shade, this is it right here. It's a shimmery shade, Heavens. I'm good on everything. Okay, so back to this look. I did zoom in a little bit. I had to step away for a second, but this is Oh Heavens that I'm using in the brow bone here. Again, a little bit different than what I would normally do. Definitely gonna have to blend that out. I'm gonna use my blending brush just to kind of blend that out a little bit. Yeah, let's calm that down. Sorry guys, I had the palette blocking the lens. Like she didn't use any of these warmer matte shades, but I feel like for me, I feel like I need something warm right in between that first shade and this brow bone shade. So I'm gonna go in with Midwest, which is this shade right here. Very lightly. Okay. Yeah, the brow bone color is a little bit light for me, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. It looked beautiful on her, okay? Don't want you guys to think I'm trying to throw any shade about the look that she created, because it was absolutely stunning. But of course, we are completely different. We have completely different skin tones, completely different eye shapes, etc. But we're gonna make this work, okay? The next shade she used was Top Story, which is this beautiful gold shade, and she placed this color right here in the inner part of the eyelid, about 1/3 of the way. And of course, I'm using a bigger brush than she did because I like to bring the color up over where my eyes fold. And of course, she recommends that you kind of slide that color across the lid as opposed to patting it on. So that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, that's pretty. Guys, my lighting is playing me right now. I am going to insert some footage of me either outside or in better lighting so you can see this look a little bit better once it's complete, because right now this lighting is really hating on me. And I'm just patting and dragging. I get the color and then I put my brush down and just kind of drag it across the lid, just like Emily suggested, and it is working beautifully doing that. The next thing she did was she took a little bit of that Oh Heavens shade and placed it in her tear duct area. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and place that right there. Beautiful color for the tear duct area. The next shade she used was this black shade right here called Dark and Early, and I'm going to attempt to apply it like she did. And she basically started in the outer V area and she put this black shade all the way across. She basically used it on the outer 2/3 of her eyelids. And I'm trying to remember, did she pat or did she drag the black color? Ooh, I should have pulled my iPad out to watch it while I was doing this. And I feel like this color is, oh my goodness, it's pigmented. Again, she came all the way over. And then I'm going to take my blending brush with no product and just blend. Okay, so this is what we are working with so far. The next color that she used is Cheer. Well, she blended that color in the outer crease and just kind of buffed it out. So let me do that. You should just, it seemed like she did circular motions, is what she kept saying. Use circular motions. You really want it to bring more of that red into the look. I am applying a little bit more of that black because I did lose some of the intensity. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of Top Story and drag that over, blending it in some more with the black and that cheer shade. So now I'm just going to set my under eye concealer because I forgot to do that. And I am using my Too Faced Peach Perfect setting powder. But get this, I forgot to set my under eye concealer, but look, no creasing so far. I almost don't need to set it, but I do want my makeup to last all day since I'm applying it. And you know what, this can be somewhat of a wear test too, so that we can see how long this NYX foundation lasts on me. Let's put this Emily Edit the Needs palette to use. Let's see how it works on deeper skin tones, okay? Because it does have a bronzer in here, a blush, and a highlight. It also has this little setting powder in here. So let's go ahead and try the shade Kindness. And let's see how this works underneath the eyes for me. Which I already set underneath my eyes, but let's just see if it brightens it up a little bit, or if it looks ashy on me. Which, okay, it does not. This is the shade Kindness, and it almost has a hint of yellow in it, so I think that this shade is probably going to act as a pretty universal shade and work for people of a number of skin tones. It didn't brighten underneath my eyes, but I feel like things look a little bit more smooth. Okay. Let's try the bronzer shade, which is called Courage. And of course, I'm going to be using my Tom Ford brush. Only thing is, the pan is kind of small for a brush of this size, but it works. Oh my goodness, and look how much product it picked up. You know what? This may actually work for me. Let's see. Oh, it's very powdery. Okay. Smells like, it almost has a vanilla type of scent to it too. Guys, I don't know if the camera is picking this up or not, but this shade, okay, it took some courage for me to use this shade because I thought it was going to be too light for me. But of course I cannot use this shade to contour, but to bronze my face, just to add a little bit of dimension and get rid of the flat look from, you know, just applying your foundation. It absolutely works for me. Now, if you are deeper than me, I don't think this shade would work for you. It may work for you as a setting powder of sorts, but to bronze or contour, I think if you're deeper than, you know, for reference, I'm a MAC NC47, but I think this may not work if you are deeper than about an NC50. Oh yes, perfect for contouring my nose. Very subtle. It adds a bit more color to my face, but very, oh, I I'm liking it. I'm liking it, Miss Emily. Okay, let's try your blush, girl. Let's try your blush. Okay, it is called Joy. And so let's see here. Ooh. Guys, I should have filmed this at home where I could have had some good lighting, because the lighting on this camera is not doing this justice. This provides the perfect blush of color. Okay, this definitely is a universal shade. Oh yes, this blush is everything. Subtlety is the theme of this palette. Oh my goodness. And I think that was the purpose of this palette. This palette is for your more subtle, everyday, wearable type of looks, where the eyeshadow palette is to add that extra pizzazz to a look. But the blush, definitely a universal shade, will work on so many different skin tones. Okay, let's try the highlight. And the highlight is called Gratitude. Okay. Okay, no. All right. We're not going to push our luck. We're not going to push our luck. I don't think the highlight shade is gonna work for me. Yeah, it's definitely ashy on me. I do have a new highlighter that I have not yet put to use, and that is by Dose of Colors. It is in the shade Bathe, and that is the collaboration between Dose of Colors and what's her name? I'm going to post it somewhere on the screen because I can't see it. Darn it. I can't see it. But it's a beautiful, almost rose gold type of highlight. And let's see how that works on me. You know, I mean, the bottom line is it is mixing with that Gratitude shade from the Edit palette. And so I think that might be why it's coming across looking a bit more ashy. But yeah, let me put a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Okay, you see, now I'm using it down the bridge of my nose where I don't have any of that Gratitude, and it looks fine. It looks fine. Put some on my Cupid's bow. She did line her top lash line. I'm going to use my Tom Ford liner. I forgot the one that she used, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to use this one. This is what we're working with so far. Okay. Let's get this bottom lash line done, and then guys, we're gonna finish this look up because I need to go. Okay, the next thing she did was use this. It's a Maybelline eyeliner, and it's in the shade 910 Jade Olive. She used this on her waterline as well as smudged it on her lower lash line, and so I'm going to do the same. Okay, and then she went in with the shade Corduroy, which is a deep hunter green, and she just smudged that lower lash line a little bit more with that shade, and she brought that shade Corduroy like right underneath her little wing. And I'm doing the same. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what she did. She used Side Hustle, which is like an olive green satin type of shade. She used that to blend out Corduroy. And then lastly, she used the shade Grateful, which is this almost minty green satin shade. And she used that on the lower lash line, but just right here in the inner part of the lower lash line. And slightly bringing it into the inner tear duct. I initially was going to go in with something more vibrant, because that's just the kind of mood I was in, but I think because the eye is so bold for a Saturday afternoon, I am gonna stick with something more neutral for the lips. So yeah, I'll be back, guys. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I'm loving it. Oh my goodness, let's see if I can give you a close-up. This look is everything. Let's see if I can come into some better lighting. Nope, no, it's too much light, huh? But oh my goodness, it looks great. Revolution Makeup and Emily Noel did that, okay? Which, y'all want to see my outfit of the day? Let me see here. This is my outfit of the day. I just have on some jeans, a little white tee, and some espadrilles with the wedge heels. And yeah, so this is my outfit of the day, and I am about to head out. Yeah, and so I am about to head out and go to Sephora, go get my car washed, and we're probably gonna go out to dinner or something later. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay guys, this is a check-in. Let's see, what time is it? I have had this foundation on now for about 4 hours, I believe. 4 hours. Can you see it? And it looks great. It looks so good. Oh my goodness, this foundation is like beautiful. And this eye, this is what the eyeshadow looks like. I'm having a good makeup day. Now I do see I do have a little bit of creasing underneath my eyes. Let's see if I can zoom in. As you can tell, I do have a little bit of creasing underneath my eyes, but you know, that's gonna happen. I mean, I have mature eyes, so there is simply no concealer that will just not crease on me, you know. But it looks good. It looks good. I have runny eyes, so of course my eyeliner has been running a little bit. And also Emily Noel used that green eyeliner, but it just wasn't enough for me, so I did go over it with the blue eyeliner by Pat McGrath. I forgot the name of it, but yes, at any rate, I am loving my makeup. Okay, I don't know if this lighting is a little bit better, but yeah, this is what the makeup is looking like. So far, I'm loving everything that I've used today. The Makeup Revolution and Emily Noel did the doggone thing with their collaboration. I'm loving that highlight by Dose of Colors. Yeah, so good makeup day. See y'all soon.